the sun without burning a wing, to lie in a meadow and hear the grass sing, to have all these things in our memories for, and to use them to help us to find.
Hey, hi, good afternoon. It's Monday. It's Jim. It's the Moody Blues. This is the Moody Blues, in search of the lost chord. This sounds like something from the Mighty Boosh. Now, I don't know if you are aware of that outside of the UK, but there was an absolutely fantastic, anarchic, absolutely surreal comedy show about 10 years ago in the UK called the Mighty Boosh. And they had an episode where they were looking for the lost note. It was somewhere between G sharp and A flat. They couldn't quite work out where it was. It was something like that. It was so funny. But this is In Search of the Lost Chord. It is not the Mighty Boosh. It is, of course, the Moody Blues. This is the second album in the run of the Magnificent Seven. I don't know anything about it. It's rather an amazing cover. I think that's incredible artwork on there. This comes from, what date is this? 1968. We've got, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks on side 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on side 2. Departure, Ride My Seesaw, Dr. Livingstone, I presume. House of Four Doors, Legend of a Mind, House of Four Doors Part 2. And then side 2 we have Voices in the Sky, The Best Way to Travel, Visions of Paradise, The Actor, The Word, and Om. The members of the expedition: Justin Hayward, Mike Pinder, John Lodge, Ray Thomas, Graham Edge. Produced by Tony Clark. There's some notes in here. I shall just read these out to sort of have a little bit of background to the record. It's as dark as a tomb. Shadows appear from nowhere. Great long arms reach upwards into the gloom, and sinister coiled shapes lurk in every corner. Even the walls seem to hold their breath. High up, near the ceiling, a soft light casts an eerie glow on upturned faces, and all around, strange-sounding music. Suddenly, a voice cries out, "Great! Come and have a listen!" Yes, a recording studio can be a very strange place at 4:30 a.m, especially if it has been invaded by the Moody Blues. The studio floor resembles a museum for musical instruments, since in this album of every single note, beat, or word is performed by the Moodies themselves. Their versatility never ceases to amaze me from album to album. In fact, to me, they will always be the smallest symphony orchestra in the world. That's a sleeve note written by their producer. And it appears to be about meditation, mantra, yoga, and these sort of things. So not something that I'm overly familiar with. To anyone who's practiced meditation or yoga, the word mantra is familiar as a word of power concentrated upon in meditation. The most important word of power in the Hindu scriptures is the word Om, which is pronounced Om. Ah, right, okay, meaning God, all being, the answer. Thought or intentness on its meaning will cause the exclusion of all other thoughts, ultimately bringing about the state of mind to which the meditator aspires. Between the eyes and ears there lie the sounds of colour and the light of a sigh, with thoughts of within to exclude without. The ghost of a chord will... Oh, I can't read it. Fuckity duck. That's bad, isn't it? Between the eyes and ears there lie the sounds of colour and the light of a sigh, with thoughts of within to exclude without. The ghost of a chord will expel all doubt. And to name this chord is important to some, so they give it a name. And the word is Orm. There we go. Right. I think that's enough background about this. It sounds very... Actually, I think Tool would probably approve of this. Let's go. And we're off. Here we go. Ooh.
Be it sight, sound, smell or touch, there's something inside that we need so much. The sight of a touch or the scent of a sound or the strength of an oak with roots deep in the ground. The wonder of flowers to be covered and then to burst up through tarmac to the sun again, or to fly to the sun without burning a wing, to lie in a meadow and hear the grass sing, to have all these things in our memories hoard, and to use them to help us to find.
This sounds incredible. Got a very, very 60s sound to it. But not the production so much, more the arrangement, I think. I think a lot of it is that the vocal treatment, with the big echo on it and the several voices singing in unison.
Dr. Livingston, I presume, stepping out of the jungle gloom into the midday sun.
All right, we're on to the third track.
Did you stand a while and stare? Did you meet anyone? I've seen butterflies galore. I've seen people big and small. I've still not found what I'm looking for.
This very much acts as a bridge between sort of 1960s psychedelic pop and the sounds of sort of progressive rock that come afterwards. You can hear it sort of has a foot in both camps.
Now you're looking rather cold out there in the snow. What did you find there? Did you stand a while and stare? Did you meet anyone? I've seen polar bears and seals. I've seen giant Antarctic eels. I've still not found what I'm looking for.
I really like this. It's really different from the first album I listened to. Nearly a year ago. That was in June. So 10 months ago. 8, 9 months ago.
Columbus, where are you bound? So you think the world is round? Sail off in the blue. What did you find there? Did you stand a while and stare? Did you meet anyone? There are Indians by the score in many places that I saw. I've still not found what I'm looking for.
Dr. Livingstone, I presume. Excellent. Oh, I have to open the thing, it's on the inside. This is now House of Four Doors, Part 1.
Mystery spread its cloak across the sky. We'd lost our way. Shadows fell from trees. They knew why. Then through the leaves, the light broke through. A path lost for years led us House of the Gold. I could live there forever. House of the Gold. Would it be there forever? Loneliness, the face of pilgrims' eyes was gone as the door opened wide.
Sound effects. It's a real sort of innocence to the sound. And I say that as somebody who obviously was born well after this. Well after, a little bit after this. But this sound is something you sort of reflect on and think about as sort of a more innocent time.
Along the coast you'll hear them boast about a light they say that shines so clear. So raise your glass, we'll drink a toast to the little man who sells you thrills along the pier. He'll take you up, he'll bring you down, he'll plant your feet back firmly on the ground. He flies so high, he swoops so low, he knows exactly which way he's gonna go.
I have to say, it's very, very impressive that there are just 5 members of the band and they are playing an awful lot of instruments between them to create the soundscape that we're presented with. That's... Do you know elbow? Day like this. Throw those curtains wide. Throw. Oh! Right, I think we're revisiting the House of Four Doors. How very, very... I don't know what the right word is. That's it. That's side one done. I'll just completely stop the record. I wanted to say how very quaint, but I think that's doing it a slight disservice because it's not sort of minor or inconsequential music or anything like that. It just has a real happy, positive but innocent sort of 1960s sound to it, and I guess it's almost sort of like that whole sort of Beach Boy sound, that huge reverb on the vocals and stacked vocals on top of each other, with the way the sound is being treated and the arrangement. It has just got such a very late 1960s innocence to it. And I think it's rather beautiful. It's lovely, and it's, as I said at the beginning of it, or certainly in the early stages of this record, it really feels like this is a band that's got feet in two camps. You got the psychedelic-y pop 1960s sound with one foot, and then they are striding ahead, and they got one foot very firmly in the sort of progressive rock thing, which is coming. They are sort of at the forefront of being part of the movement that creates this sound, and I think that's really interesting to hear. I love that there is a concept on this album that it is looking for the there's the sound, the chord to tune into, to meditate to reach a higher plane of consciousness, as it were. And that's really, if you look at the photo of photos, I'll just hold this up so you can see this. They don't look like the sort of guys that would be really sort of into that sort of stuff, do they? At all. Really, really don't. I think I've got another video coming up at some stage where I'm going to do a prog fashion show, and it's going to be just a bit of fun, but sort of looking at sort of all the different fashions that accompany the whole progressive scene, because it makes me giggle a little bit sometimes. This is great, though. This is really great, this record. I'm loving that all of it is played by themselves. I think on the last record, in Days of Future Past, they employed the use of an orchestra, and here they have not. It's all them. It's all them. And it is very impressive sounding. And I'm enjoying this journey. I'm very interested to see sort of how it progresses over the 6-7 albums that are in this run. And indeed, even beyond that, where they go to after that. But I think this is the important bit. There's sort of the Magnificent Seven, I think they're called. So you have Days of Future Past, and you have In Search of the Lost Chord, and then we have 5 more to go after that. I can't remember what they're all called, but we'll do them in order and do them properly, so we will get to them. Right. Excellent stuff. Excellent. I will see you guys on the next video, whenever and whatever that is. And until then, this is Jim, over